Hey harmonizers, welcome to this video where I'm going to show you some rescue horses that we ended up picking up. We got 4 horses in a rehoming situation where the owner wasn't able to take care of them anymore and needed to find them a new place to go. They're all kind of older horses that are like 17, 18 years old. This one here is Maisie. And when I first found out about the situation picking up the horses, I didn't really know what I was getting. Other than that, they had previous riding experience and just hadn't really done anything in many years, like many, many, many years. And I thought that they would be, reasonably healthy and we would just kind of restart them and find them new homes. But we realized they all came with different kind of things that needed to be helped because it looks like although they were treated kindly because they're very friendly horses, you'll see that in a little bit. This is Bailey, the one in the purple halter. We put him out with the boys, so this is him getting to know the other horses there. But they all had different things that they need help with. So Bailey, you can kind of see he's got a bald patch on his chest as he comes towards the camera there, and a little bit perhaps from itching on stuff. And we were later to find out that the horses basically all had kind of mites, lice that needed to be treated. So we definitely did that and treated them. This is Maisie, and you can see her breathing is so bad that you can literally see her ribs when she tries to breathe. And she needed a lot of TLC. And then probably the one in worst shape is this guy. This is Jack. And he is so skinny. He's probably the skinniest horse that I've ever had come to our farm. I don't know, maybe definitely pretty close. You can literally see his whole spine. You can see all of his ribs. And he's missing like a massive chunk of his mane where it's literally like bald down to like the end. And this is him after just getting off the trailer, arriving at my place where he's calling a little bit, but is like, oh, there's food here. I'm going to eat some food. Now, the previous owner did get his teeth done. She did forward me the receipt to say that, she did his teeth when they noticed that he was losing weight. They wanted to make sure that his teeth were done. So I thought, well, that's a good thing. But clearly he needs a lot more groceries. One of the first things we did with these horses was deworm them. Like basically off the trailer, dewormed everybody, and also treated them for the mites and lice, which is a 2-week process because you do one treatment and then 2 weeks later you do another treatment just to get anything that potentially rehatched. And you'll see that his mane is like, it's just down to the skin, like it is so roached off. So there's 4 horses all together. There's this black guy with the purple halter who's missing a chunk of fur at the front and is actually really chunky, like has some fat deposits. And apparently he was one of the first ones to the hay pile, but he's definitely kind of overweight. And then there's Solar, who's the one beside him right now on the right-hand side, who's also a chestnut. And Solar is probably one of the ones that looks in the best shape. And then this is Jack, the skinny horse, that also has got a little bit of a limp there, which later on, as we go to pick out the horse's feet, we realize that it's because the feet are desperately overdue to get done and are very full of thrush. Now, I understand that this particular summer has been extremely rainy. So even in our fields, like you can see, it's just been raining. And so it is muddy there. We're lucky because of all the scraping we do. We have sandy soil. The way our paddocks are graded, they do dry up really, really fast. But these horses, I'll show you guys in a little bit, just kind of how bad the feet were. Really severe thrush. As well as just needing a good trim. And so if your feet are a little bit wonky, it's going to make you a little bit sore on your feet as well. But we did notice as we walking around that there's a little bit of a sore step in there. So this is them coming out to the field. So that's Bailey and Solar, who literally moved together from the same place, but they just had a little moment of talking about who was going to be the boss. Although Bailey, who's the black one, apparently he was in a different pen than the chestnuts, which could also be part of the reason why he's a chunky monkey and the other ones are skinny. So even though like Solar looks pretty healthy, he's that guy there, the chestnut gelding there. and he does look like a healthier weight for sure, but a little under, like healthy, but just a little under in the weight department. Not bad though, and thinning in the mane as well. And then this is Bailey, super gorgeous little guy, or not so little guy, with super round body. We'll definitely have to move him into the diet paddock afterwards. And then this is Maisie, and this is a little look at her breathing. So this is her even at rest while she's just munching on hay, no running around or anything like that. And the breathing's really not good. This is Solar on the sunny next day. They're very friendly and they come up and approach you. So no concerns there. Like, they were not abused. They were treated kindly and they really like people. Here's a closer look at Jack now that it's not raining. You can see all of those ribs, and then take a look at his mane. It's just gone, like just gone. So to the wash stall they go for a medicated shampoo bath, and also we got into their feed. So I apologize, this footage, I filmed it a little differently, and you can see like there's just kind of like some weirdness going on with the hooves, like they desperately need a trim. The sole looks totally overgrown, and then we were just picking it out, the hooves started to bleed because of the thrush. That's how bad it was. So here's another little look at Jack out in the field, and just to talk a little bit about Maisie, so the one with the breathing. When she's just at rest, her resting breathing was over 40 respirations a minute, when normal for a horse is like, 20 or less. And then heart rate for her was up around the 70s at rest, and for a healthy horse, or a horse that's not in distress, it's significantly lower. So definitely needing some vet care for all these horses, but I love that they're friendly horses. They all were coming up. And then of course, Itchy, because he comes in and he's like, hey, like, can you itch me a little more? Can you give me some scratches? But we definitely treated everybody for mites and lice, which does treat very, very quickly. We just have to make sure that we do it again 2 weeks later after the fact. And look at all those ribs. Like, you can literally see every single one. So it's going to be great to see what he looks like after we feed him a whole bunch. And this is him starting to get his meals, where he's going to get lots of food. And then here is the vet coming out and checking them out, seeing how they're doing. With Maisie and her situation with her breathing, the vet basically said there's not much we can do. Her case was so severe. So unfortunately, we did end up putting her down, giving her a rest. And that was nice that we were able to keep her from suffering, because otherwise the risk could be that she could essentially kind of suffocate in the field, which would be super, super sad. So we'll keep you updated on the other 3. We're going to do our best, and I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks for watching.
Remember to subscribe and check out harmonyhorsemanship.com for even more learning.